Have you ever sat at a long table, maybe a family reunion, a neighborhood card game, or one of those quiet evenings with lifelong friends, and noticed the split in how people respond? There's the warm, easygoing one cracking jokes, keeping everyone chuckling, drawing smiles and quick pats on the back. Then there's the other figure, often quieter, who says far less but whose few words make the table pause. Heads turn, decisions tilt in their direction. The first gets affection poured over them like honey. The second gets respect handed over like currency. Same room, same faces, two entirely different orbits. One person is liked in the moment. The other is respected long after the moment passes. And here is the hard-earned observation that settles in after many decades. You can be liked, or you can be respected. Very rarely do the two sit in perfect balance. Most of us, at some point, have to choose where our gravity pulls strongest. If that realization just brushed against a memory or a current ache, listen closely, because this isn't theory. It's the quiet architecture behind how people treat you year after year. Likability is rooted deep in our oldest wiring. Back when survival meant staying inside the circle, rejection wasn't embarrassment, it was exile. No group meant no food shared, no watch kept at night, no help when illness came. So the brain learned to prize belonging above almost everything. Smile quickly, nod along, laugh to show you're harmless, soften any sharp edges. These signals dropped threat levels instantly. They said, "I'm safe, I belong, include me." Agreeableness became the fastest path to acceptance. It built warmth fast, created trust on contact, turned strangers into allies in minutes. That warmth feels good, it's comforting, familiar, human. But it carries a shadow side. The more you lower perceived threat, the less you project dominance. The brain tags high likability with low power. You become the person everyone wants around, until the conversation turns serious, until real stakes appear, until someone needs to lead. Then the eyes drift elsewhere. Respect lives on a separate track. It's built from perceptions of competence, steady emotional control, and the quiet ability to hold a line. Respect rarely feels soft or cozy. It often arrives with a thin thread of tension, the kind that makes people sit a little straighter, choose words more carefully. That tension isn't anger or coldness, it's deference, the instinctive recognition of someone who can enforce boundaries if needed. The respected person doesn't have to chase connection because their presence alone reorients the room. People may not flock to them with open arms, but they do wait for their input. They hesitate before dismissing their view. They adjust plans when that person speaks against them. Respect taps a different ancient instinct, not the craving to be included, but the prudent drive to align with someone who carries strength and won't fold under pressure. Watch the behaviors side by side in any circle you've known for decades. The liked person laughs first, even when the joke is thin, because laughter keeps the atmosphere light and safe. They agree quickly to sidestep friction. They wrap opinions in cushions. I might be off base here, just my 2 cents. And they rarely let a difference hang in the air too long. Confrontation feels like risk, so they smooth it away. The respected person speaks sparingly. Each sentence therefore arrives with density. They let pauses breathe instead of rushing to fill them. When they disagree, it's calm, direct, unemotional. No raised pitch, no pleading undertone. They draw boundaries without drama. "That doesn't suit me, I won't be part of that," delivered plainly and without apology. These aren't grand gestures. They are small, repeated choices. Micro behaviors that quietly carve one person into background warmth and the other into foreground authority. Leaning too heavily into likability extracts a slow, steady cost. You slide into the taken-for-granted zone because your goodwill seems infinite. People skip asking your view on big matters, they assume you'll nod along. Favors flow your way more often, the extra errand, the loan, the listening ear, because refusing would break the unspoken contract of niceness. Interruptions creep up, others finish your thoughts because no pushback is expected. Warmth without backbone invites others to lean harder, not out of malice but because nature follows the easiest path. After enough years playing the reliable, agreeable role, many wake to find their kindness has quietly trained the world to discount their time, their limits, their voice. The price of leaning too far into respect is different but real. Casual closeness fades. Friends stop calling just to chat, they call when they need counsel. Emotional distance settles in, not hostility but a polite reserve. You can unintentionally intimidate. Your steadiness makes others feel exposed. Laughter around you grows more measured. Banter feels riskier. It isn't outright loneliness, but it is a cooler solitude. Pure respect without any warmth can leave you esteemed yet distant, admired more than embraced. The skill, if one exists, is conscious balance, knowing when the scale is tipped and gently correcting without losing authenticity. Why do so many choose likability over respect? The answer is fear, plain and persistent. Rejection still stings like it did at 20. Being disliked feels like a small banishment. Isolation. Even the mild, kind echoes every time we felt left out as children. The pull toward belonging is strong. It nudges us to round corners, lower voices, laugh louder than the joke deserves. Opting for respect means sitting with discomfort. The heavy silence after you don't join the laughter. The brief tension when you hold a no. The flicker of surprise when you don't soften your stance. That discomfort is honest, but for many it's too sharp. So they remain in the safe glow of being liked, even as influence quietly drains away. Shift toward respect, and the change arrives without fanfare. You stop laughing along with every weak remark. You quit explaining decisions to earn agreement. You allow silence to sit instead of rescuing it. You state disagreement plainly without heat or apology. Each adjustment rewires perception. People begin waiting for your word instead of assuming it. Interruptions fade. Requests come with more courtesy. Your refusal lands with weight, not volume. This isn't about turning cold. It's about warming selectively, reserving genuine care for moments and people that merit it. The equation holds no mercy. Warmth combined with clear boundaries creates lasting influence. Warmth by itself slips into weakness. No fences mean anyone can walk through. Boundaries alone harden into isolation. No warmth means no one wants to approach. Those who wield real, durable power across families, old friendships, community roles, hold both. They give kindness where it counts, yet never let it become obligation. They listen deeply, yet never confuse listening with surrender. Different rooms demand different weight. Casual settings, reunions, barbecues, old-school card nights thrive on likability. It keeps bonds soft and memories sweet. Hierarchies, leadership positions, negotiations, even family decisions with stakes. These tilt toward respect. Deference clears paths. Friendliness cannot force. Learning to read the context isn't inconsistency. It's the quiet wisdom that arrives with age. You've seen enough gatherings to feel which energy fits the moment. The real transformation happens inside. Release approval as a lifeline. Stop scanning faces for reassurance. Learn to carry small discomforts without flinching. Confidence isn't built on endless nods. It strengthens when external validation becomes background noise. You start trusting your own compass more than the crowd's applause. That inner recalibration radiates outward, reshaping every interaction. Here is the insight that stays with you long after the voices fade. If people feel entirely too comfortable around you, they stop feeling accountable to you. Comfort invites presumption. A measured dose of respect, of tension, of boundaries keeps others mindful. It reminds them your time carries value, your opinion holds consequence, your agreement is earned rather than assumed. You never have to pick one forever and abandon the other. But in each room, each season of life, you do choose emphasis.